It's the endless debate between generic silver and government-backed silver. Which one's for you? Well, we're going to go over the benefits, pros, and cons of each one of them, so stay tuned. What do you say, YouTube? What do you say? Welcome to another edition of Silver and Gold Stack Attack, episode number 91. Happy Friday, or whatever day it is that you end up watching this video, but happy Friday for now. As always, I'd like to thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to check out the new video. And if you'd like to help support this channel, then why not click on that thumbs up button, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. You guys know I love the support. You guys have been amazing. I can't thank you enough for all the support you've given the channel. It's been a fantastic ride. Alright, so generic or government-backed silver? Well, I gotta tell you, I woke up today, and as I always do, I check my, I don't know why I torture myself, but I do check my my financials. And I saw that among stocks being crap still, which is nothing's changed. Silver dropped down under 20 bucks, 19 and change, 1980 something, 1980 or even less. As of right now, it's recovered at 20 plus, but barely over 20. So, yeah, there's deals to be had out there, but which ones are you going to buy? Are you going to go generic? Are you going to go government backed? Or what are you going to do? Are you going to do a mix? What's better? Is one better than the other? Well, each one has its own advantages and disadvantages. And that's what we're going to go over today. But first, we've got a mail call. We got one mail call to go over.
The mail! The mail is here! Ooh!
Alright, so today's mail call is from AG76. And we're going to see exactly what we got here real quick before we move on. And he has given us two of his decals. Very nice. Very nice. I like simplicity, and these are awesome. These really pop out at you. So thank you for these. That's awesome. The Bell logo reminds me, the Freedom logo, I guess it reminds me of the old 76ers logo. I don't know if it's the same, but that's what it reminds me of. But very cool stickers. I like them. And let's see what else he has to say here. All right, he writes, Silver and Gold Stack Attack. Appreciate the great card and sticker swap. My first gold sent to me. I sent him one of those little gold gift cards. Thanks, AG Stacker 1776, and he's included one of my favorites. Everybody knows I'm all about my mercs. Thank you for that. Thank you so much, AG. I really appreciate it. Great trade, great channel. If you get a minute, I put a link in the description. Please go over and check out his channel. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and drop him a sub. He's got some great content over there. I always enjoy his stuff. He's been really supportive of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack, and I try to do the same for his channel. Good stuff. Get over there and tell him that Silver and Gold Stack Attack sent you. Thank you again, AG. Appreciate it. All right, first we're going to go over the pros for generic bars and rounds. Number one, lower premiums than government-backed coins. Very true. You can save anywhere from 4 to 12, 13 bucks. Over the same amount of silver, depending on what you're buying. Number two, an insane amount of designs and themes to choose from and collect. Number three, many are made by recognized mints such as APMEX, Sunshine Minting, Engelhard, etc. Number four, it is the most cost-conscious way to add weight to your stack, for sure. And number five, for generic bars, the bigger the bar, the less the premium. And just like everything else in life, the cons for generic bars and rounds are, number one, possibility that there's less silver than stated. Brand name mints are much safer to go to in these cases. Number two, they may not be IRA approved to add to your account. Number three, they can be more difficult to sell than government backed. Number four, they simply are not as liquid as government backed coins. Matter of fact, you're more likely to get spot price or worse, less than spot when you go to sell. And number five, there are a lot of fakes out there. Tons of them. Silvertown alone seems to get hit the hardest, along with a couple of others. I've done some videos in the past of some fake bars that I've discovered. Silvertown, Territorial Mint. Really, the Chinese are really up in their game, and it's not even just the Chinese anymore. We can't even just blame them. It's everywhere. And you've got to be really careful. Two of the bars that I found that were fakes, again, were from my LCS. You know, apparently he gets big collections in, and, you know, some of them slip by him, I guess. He doesn't check every individual piece, but he should. All right, now we're going to take a look at government-backed. Let's look at the pros. First and foremost, they are recognized worldwide, whether they're Silver Eagles, Maples, Britannia, Philharmonic, Kangaroo, Panda, Libertad, whatever you have. They are recognizable around the world. Number two, they are far, far easier to liquidate when they're backed by a government. Number three, you can recover more premium when you're selling them, for sure. Number four, they have a government-based face value determined by weight and purity, and they're considered legal tender. That's huge. And number five, they are both a store of value and a medium of exchange. In other words, if the value of silver happened to drop lower than the face value of the coin, well, the coin is still going to retain face value, and you can spend it as legal tender. And what are the cons for government-backed coins? Well, one thing only. Premiums. They're high. Some of them are really high. Your Libertads, Eagles, and Pandas have some of the highest premiums out there. Others are fairly reasonable, and we're going to go over that in just a second. But yeah, premiums. You're going to pay more for a government-backed coin. But on the flip side, that's not really a bad thing because you're going to recover more when you go to sell. There's going to be more demand for your government-backed coins than there is for generic, period. Okay, so this slide is going to be pretty basic information for some of you seasoned stackers, so just bear with me. I think this would help newer stackers more than anything. But what are the best valued government-backed coins? Well, I like to break them down into three categories. Number one, lowest premiums. Number two, middle of the road, they're starting to creep up. And number three, highest premiums available. So we're going to start with the best value, and that's the lowest premiums you can get for government-backed coins. And the first one is the Austrian Philharmonic. Low price point, sells as a government-backed coin. You can recover your premium. Second one, the Australian Kangaroo. Good value on these. I recently got these for $25 for 2022s. So the value's there. And the third one, the Krugerrand from South Africa. Be careful with the Krugerrand gold and silver. Some of them are not IRA approved. Make sure you check if you're looking to add these to your IRA plan. For some reason, they don't like South African gold or silver. So make sure you check before you buy for the purpose of investing it into an IRA. So these three are your lowest premiums and best bang for your buck. Since they're government backed, you're probably going to recover your premium. You'll sell them over spot. But second category, let's move on to middle of the road. These are coins that are still affordable, but have been known to creep up there from time to time. And the first one is the Maple. For a time there, late last year and early into this year, the Maple was starting to creep up in the mid-30s, getting near the Silver Eagle. I don't know why. It's never been the case, but, you know, Maples were starting to get a little pricey. They're a little bit more reasonable now. I'm finding them for $26, $27. So, a little over spot still, but it is my favorite stacker. And, well, it's tied for my favorite stacker. I have the most Maples out of anything. But the second coin I'm getting ready to show you is my second favorite stacker. And that is the UK Britannia. With the security features on there, you got 4 security features. Makes it a no-brainer to collect. This one could also fall under lowest premiums. It really does fluctuate quite a bit. It does. It really fluctuates. I've seen them anywhere from mid-20s to low 30s. So I'm still going to keep it middle of the road for now. But let's move on to the last category, and that is the highest premiums. Yeah, these, and I'm putting an asterisk here. They are the highest. You're going to pay the most for them, but you're also going to recover the most premium for these when you sell them. And they are, of course, Silver Eagle, world's most recognized coin. Second one is the Chinese Panda. Very high premiums on these. And the last one, probably the most expensive of the three, is the Mexico Libertad. Beautiful coin. Now, one note on the Libertad, even though it does not have a denomination, it's still considered legal tender. So that's why I've included it in government-backed coins. But again, these are your lowest to highest. So you got to kind of make up your mind what you want to collect if you're going to go government-backed bullion. So after all that, what should you be buying, generic or government-backed? Well, first off, I'm not a financial analyst, so please don't take anything I'm saying here as gospel. I'm just putting some points out there. There really is no definitive answer as to which is the better choice. It's really dependent on each individual investor, your preferences, your goals. So it's subjective. And oftentimes, me included, investors are going to choose a mix of both just to diversify. I have a pretty healthy mix of generic silver, and I also have quite a mix of government-backed as well. So I'm stacking weight and I'm stacking quality. But you have to figure out your best answer. So make sure when you're considering which one to buy, you've weighed all the contributing factors, which can include, but isn't limited to, silver spot price, recognition, purity, silver quality guarantee, sizes, liquidity. Those are all things you have to consider before you go into buying any one of these. But there are a couple of differences you can choose to consider when you weigh your options. First one, coins have an appeal to two markets, investors and collectors. Government coins can appreciate in collectability value, so you want to look for low mintage or scarce issues. But on the other hand, with generics, you're going to get more silver for your buck. So again, there's a balance there. You have to find what works for you financially and find that balance that's going to work. All right, some last bits of advice. Number one, when it comes to buying generics versus government-backed, make sure you check all the prices. You might be able to find a Britannia out there at only a couple of bucks higher than a generic. And to be quite honest, if there's only a $2-3 difference between generic and Britannia, I'll go Britannia all day. All day. Because I know it's government-backed, it's instantly recognizable, it's got the 4 security features on it. If I go to sell that, there's going to be no issue with it. If I go to sell a generic, he's probably going to want to put it on a Sigma, test it, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm probably going to get spot or less. Just do your shopping. Check your prices. Number 2, buy within your means. Never buy in a FOMO. Folks, there's plenty of silver out there. Relax. Stack at your own pace, at your own budget. Go from there. Number 3, don't try to keep up with other stackers. I see this so much. Go at your own pace and never push yourself financially. Stay within your means. Showing off that expensive piece to a bunch of YouTubers might get clicks and views and comments and all that other good stuff, subs. But is that going to pay the car payment that you missed to buy it? Unless you're making tons of money on YouTube, negativo. Probably not. And number 4, if you're married, educate your spouse on your hobby. Chances are they're not going to be interested, but keep them in the loop anyway on what you're doing. It's a great way to educate them. Personally, my wife has zero interest in my collecting silver and gold. None. She'll ask occasionally how much I spent or this and that, or what would that cost you. But other than that, she does not interfere with my stacking. I don't interfere with her Coach purses and shoes and all the other crap that she buys. You know, that's hers. We do have separate spending accounts. Okay, we have one bank account for bills and separate bank accounts for spending. I don't question her. She doesn't question me. And that's just the best way to do it. All right, there's a lot of cohesion in our marriage because of that. And I'm not spending her money, she's not spending mine, and the bills are getting paid. So try to educate them if you can. If they're not interested, they're not interested. It is what it is. And lastly, have fun. Look, the world is a mess. Russia sucks. The economy sucks. COVID still sucks. But you can still stack for your future and have fun doing it. Don't get stressed doing this stuff, folks. Don't let your money get out of control. Don't let your bills go unpaid. Have fun with this. It's the best way to do it. All right. That is going to wrap it up for this 92nd episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. And if you made it this far, kudos to you. Real quick, leave me a comment down below and let me know what kind of mix you have in your stack. Is it mostly generic, mostly government-backed, or a healthy mix of the two, more of one than the other? I'd love to hear your input. But anyway, I will catch up with you in the next episode. But in the meantime, what you gonna do? Damn right, get stacked. Hell yeah. Take advantage of that low price. Well, if the premiums would only come down with it. But anyway, stay safe and be well, everyone. I am out of here. Peace, people. Have a fantastic weekend.